Hello everyone, how's it going? How are you all doing? Man, what a day. I got my cast off. We're in just a brace now. Wait, what? Why are we recording? Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so got my cast off. And I don't know what happened last night, but I slept wrong. Something in my back is all out of whack. So my neck and my back are just killing me all day. It's been brutal. Sitting in this chair, trying to work wasn't going well. What? Yeah, and my hand goes out of the cast, right? And you'd think, oh great, that's good, right? Good news, it's healing, you don't need a cast anymore. Oh, the amount of pain that I have been in the last 2 days is almost as bad as when I broke it the first time. The tendons in anything that don't move for an extended amount of time atrophy, and they get real tight and sore, and you have to stretch them back out. So I've scheduled some physical therapy, but does it hurt? These two fingers are pretty much fine, right? Because they were pretty mobile during the whole cast process. My thumb, for the most part, is fine. But if I go too far this way, it doesn't actually hurt. I don't know. If I go too far this way, or if I go too far back this way, it's been about 24 hours, a little over 24 hours now, so it's doing better. That doesn't hurt so bad, but if I try to pinch something between these fingers and apply pressure, oh, that hurts. It hurt so bad yesterday with my thumb. But worst of all is the tendons in these two fingers here, because they were completely immobilized, right? Or they could move just ever so much. But they were relatively completely immobilized. And now, if I try to move them almost at all, it just kills me. The doctor took the cast off, and he starts feeling around on my knuckle, right? He's pushing on my knuckle, and he's like, "Does that hurt?" I was like, "No, that feels pretty good. You know, doesn't hurt at all." Good. That means that the fracture is kind of solid. Hey, country girl. The fracture's solid, like healing. That's good. And he showed me X-rays side by side. The first one they took, nights 2 were asleep, excellent. And then the one that they took when they took the cast off. And and sure enough, you could see where the break was, and you could see a clear line on the first one, and then kind of a fuzzy line on the second one, right? So that shows that it's healing. And so he's pushing on my knuckle, and it doesn't hurt at all. And so then he takes my finger, my pinky, and he says, "Okay, push, lift up against my finger," right? And I do. I'm like, okay, that hurts. He's like, yeah, okay, that's expected. And he's like, okay, now pull against my finger. I'm like, all right, sure, I can do. Oh, I nearly fell out of my chair. It hurt so bad. I couldn't believe it. And he's like, okay, thanks for not slugging me in the face. And I was like, oh, you have much experience with that? Do you get that often? He's like, you'd be surprised. So yeah, that hurt a lot. I was really surprised at how much it hurt. And that's just all tendon, right? The bone is fine. In my finger, it's healing kind of. Is this coming to make a book? Yes, I realize that. Yeah, the bone is fine, but the tendon is just, oh, it hurts so bad. And so again, like when I had my hand in the cast, it was kind of like this, right? And the reason for that is to keep the extension tendons, flexors or whatever, to keep them stretched, right? So that they don't shrink up, atrophy, and tighten a lot. And to keep the compressor flexors, or whatever these are called, on the inside here, looser, because dude, why? I can do it from here. I haven't heard from Katie yet, so we'll just YouTube. Had to walk this down. Boom, gone. What was I saying? Right, so the tendons here kind of atrophied and shrunk up a bit. And so now when I use them to close my fist, specifically with these two fingers, it just hurts so bad. And so that's what he was doing. He was pulling against my finger as I was trying to compress it into a fist. And yeah, just right in my finger, like right around the knuckle, and everything just hurt. Incredibly. Yeah, I've been in a lot of pain today. Not been fun. Took a lot of drugs. How a roll. No, actually, I don't take a lot of drugs to begin with. I don't like drugs. I mean, oh, there you are, Katie. You just missed the YouTube bot. I banned him myself. Yeah, they just spammed a few messages. No. I was just talking about my hand. I got the cast removed, and between my hand no longer having a cast and something in my upper back that went out today or last night, I've been in a lot of pain today. You would think that getting the cast taken off, like, hooray, it's healing, we're making progress, less pain. Nope. More pain. During the time the cast was on, I had relatively no pain. There was a couple times where I had a decent amount of pain because I was being dumb and using my hand. But once the cast comes off, the fingers are mobile, right? They can move, and all the tendons and everything that were at rest for so long have atrophied and shrunk, and now when I try to use them, oh, it hurts a lot. So taking all the drugs, Country Girl is persistent in reminding me, yeah, so I'm gonna take it a little easy tonight. I had a board game that I wanted to play, but it was a longer one. If you need to take a night, you totally can. Yeah, and Country Girl, that dumb cat just got out. Country Girl, Fred's getting out, by the way. Isaac didn't shut the door all the way. Country Girl asked me if I needed to cancel the stream, and I was like, I hate canceling it last minute, right? Obviously stuff comes up sometimes and you have to. But if I can help it, I'd rather not cancel last minute on people. Rather give you a little bit of heads up, a little bit of notice. But yeah, I don't know, gonna take it easy, hang out, chat for a bit, maybe play something. Yep, he just jumped on your lap. Nice. I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft here and there as my hand allows. I can't get my audio from my other computer to work on the stream, so I don't know if we'll do that. And I just stole the capture card from my Switch, so I'll have to change that back. I want to play a game on the Switch. But yeah, that's where we're at. We'll hang out. I might have a single hand game that I can play. I could do Super Hexagon, that game Kingdom, where you play as like the king or whatever, and you ride back and forth, collect coins, and build up a village or whatever. That one's single hand. I downloaded an older game that I used to play a little bit, Civ 6. I don't think I own Civ 6. I'll need one hand for that. Yeah, but that's a real-time strategy game. And if it's anything like Age of Empires or StarCraft, like, sure, you can play with one hand, but if you want to do good, you need two. You need this hand over here for the hotkeys. Get that macro up. It's so good. Yeah, I've heard lots of things about Civ, lots of good things about Civ, but I've just never really been into it myself. It's not real time. Is it turn-based? I thought it was real time, but obviously I've never played it. But oh, it is turn-based. Okay. Yeah, I mean that changes things. Makes it a little easier to play one-handed then. Oh right, I downloaded a game, an old game that I'd played a long time ago. It's called Solar 2, and you play as like a sentient. I don't know. You start as an asteroid, and you slam into other asteroids in order to build mass. Join us. That's funny. I don't really need another time sink to fall into. I don't know what Country Girl would say about that. But yeah, so you start as an asteroid and you slam into other asteroids in order to build mass, and you try to avoid planets and stars and things of bigger mass, right? That would destroy you. And once you gain enough mass as an asteroid, then you become a small planet. And as you continue to like get asteroids caught in your orbit, then you kind of suck them into your planet to build more mass. And once you get enough mass, then you spawn life on your planet, and you get like little spaceships that fly around and shoot things. And Stellaris. Okay, I own Stellaris. Also never played it, but and so then once you get life, once you reach enough mass, then you become a star, and then you can have like multiple planets orbiting you, and asteroids orbiting each planet. And as you suck in asteroids and planets into your star, you become a bigger star, medium star, then a large star, and then a I forget what it's called. Anyway, another type of star. And then you become a black hole, and you just literally suck everything in and destroy the whole universe eventually. And it's weird because like that's it. That's the game. You can like fight other stars using your life to like send spaceships and destroy their life and their planets. And then there's a bunch of like weird missions or like achievements that you can earn. So yeah, I don't know. it's a weird one. Like, Country Girl suggested I try playing that because she saw me playing it the other day, and I was like, maybe. There's just not much to it, right? It's an achievement hunting game where, you know, you just play it and earn some achievements or whatever. And actually, now that I say that, I realize I have some games in the Epic Games Launcher that I considered playing. I got one called Absolute Drift. It's literally just like a car drifting game. You try and like make best time or whatever, just a time map thing. I do own Stellaris. Yep. I don't have it installed or and have never played it, but do own it. Right, so yeah, I have some simple games like that. Try playing. I got some Amazon games. Scourgebringer, I don't know. Some interesting stuff. Less to the game, but you can talk more. It's for the game. Oh, you want me to play a game that has less to it so that I can talk more? Or you're just making a statement that if there is less of the game, I can talk more? Wouldn't mind watching that one. Yeah, I've never played it, but I hear it's good. Yeah, a friend gave it to me. He had a free copy and said I could have it. And he had lots of good things to say about it. I think it's here on Steam. Yeah, there it is. Stellaris. It is 14.5 gigabytes. So I'm not gonna download that while I'm streaming. That's not gonna end well. Oh, my brother has that. Huh. Know that. Look at that. Katie has the game on their wish list. Who's Bushmaster? Or Muffin McClay? Several friends have played it. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I haven't really dug into it much. Yeah, we won't download that game. I have some games on my streaming computer. I can pop into Minecraft and show you a little bit about what I've been doing lately. Realize all these windows, my goodness. Yeah, not much on this computer. Plus I have to run it while I'm streaming, and that hasn't gone well in the past. That's why I got this new computer. Yeah. We can just hang out and chat for a bit. Keep it a short stream or something. Did I tell you all that my teammate... Yeah, I did. He's quitting. I'm pretty sure I told you that on my last stream, I think. Oh. Yeah, that's a little stressful. Be interesting to see how we continue from there. It's such a challenge, right? Because like the amount of time it takes to train up a person in order to get them to a point where they can reliably, work with our clients, where they at least know enough that they can, kind of handle stuff on their own for a little bit, right? It's a long time, especially if they're really green, really new to the IT field. We have two guys. They're both pretty green. I told you a little bit about them already, but like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about my position there, and I told you I talked to the CEO about, possibly like migrating into the admin sphere of the company, and what that might look like. But I can't help but think about, like, well, what's gonna happen to my team, right? What are we gonna do? Like, I don't know. And like, part of it, it's not my responsibility, right? It's not my company. I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. But on the other hand, that's kind of who I am, right? I take ownership of stuff like that. I make it my own, and then I worry about it and I stress about it. And yeah, I realize that can be a good thing, but it can also be rather annoying, and it can be a bad thing. Yeah, so I don't know what that's going to look like for us at the company for our future. And it's part of the challenge of every business, right? How do you maintain enough employees of a certain skill level in order to, move everyone through the pipeline, right? From shadow to newbie to, training to trained to self-sufficient, to expert, and then where do you go beyond that, right? And how do you keep enough people in the upper end of that pipeline to ensure good quality of service, right? We can also play something on a Switch. I can hold a controller fairly well. This is no longer as bulky as the Cast, so I can hold a controller pretty well. We can play Smash Bros. We just run around in Zelda for a while. We do have Nintendo Switch Online, so we could get into like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. I know Jenny was looking forward to those. She's in the hospital, by the way, so if you're the praying type, you can pray for her. If you want to shoot her a message, I'm sure she would appreciate the encouragement and just knowing that other people are thinking about her. Yeah, she got COVID a while back, and obviously she's had health complications, and this is not helping any of that. So be thinking about her and praying for her and stuff like that. It'd be awesome. Right, yeah, she wanted me to play those games, so I'm sure she would be thrilled to see that footage. Man, can you hear that? Maybe not over the music. I think the furnace just kicked on. I can't tell. But with the way I have my mic set up and how I kind of transitioned, just me and the music, okay, that's good. The washer is also running. I think the furnace just turned on. But because of the way I had to set it up for the board games, I opened up the audio a little bit so it would capture a bit more, which is why you don't see a mic in front of me right now, which is kind of cool. So I was just worried about extra background noise coming in with me on the stream here. But if that's not the case, then that's pretty sweet. Yeah, and I have a couple other games on Switch that we can play. Dead Cells. I can't think of any others right now. Darkest Dungeon. Oh. I was just showing Country Girl a quote from Darkest Dungeon. Can you hear that? God, that's annoying. Why is our washer making that sound? It's probably on its like spin dry cycle or whatever. Normally I have my headphones on or I've got, you know, some video playing. Sounds like a plane, right? So I don't usually notice it, but wow, that's bad. Oh, right, I was talking to Country Girl about my hand. And part of me wishes that while it was in the cast, and even now, right, while it's still healing, that they would just immobilize my entire hand, right? So they immobilized these 2 fingers, but the rest of these other 3 fingers were pretty much could continue doing whatever they wanted, right? And part of that's good, because then I don't have an entire hand that is atrophied and in incredible pain. But on the other hand, because I can move these 3 fingers, I feel like I can do things, right? I feel like I can use this hand, and so I do. And that's a problem. Eating a late dinner, some BRB, lurking for a bit. Sounds good. Thanks, Katie. Right? That's not good. I told my doctor, I told him that I hurt my finger, you know, a little bit while it was in the cast, and he's like, "Oh, that's not good. What were you doing?" I was like, "I might have been moving a couch." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, don't do that." I was like, "Yeah, sorry. I don't think I actually hurt it moving a couch, but I did move a couch, and it did hurt." And that was just an easy thing to point to as something that I had done. And so we're talking, and he gives me the order for the brace here, and he's talking about, you know, how it's gonna heal and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, you should be good. Make sure you don't move any more couches, right?" And I was like, "Right, yep, got it." And I was like, "I do have a bookshelf I need to move." And he goes, "I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that." I probably made him so mad, or so stressed at least. He's like, "This guy will just not stop using his hand." But yeah, because the fingers are available, right? I feel like I can use them, and even more so now because they're so mobile, even more so than they were in the cast. And actually, just before the stream, I took a bowl that I had put popcorn in the other day, and I went to like knock out a few of the seeds and the loose, you know, bits of popcorn, whatever, that were left in it, and I held it with this hand because I wasn't gonna knock it with this hand, right? So I held it with this hand over the trash, and I went bap bap, and it didn't move, and so I gave it a bigger bap, and hurt my hand so bad it ached for like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, maybe longer, and just like throbbed and just hurt. And again, because I can use it, right? If it was completely immobilized, then I would at least know, like, oh yeah, I can't use my hand. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't use it. But I can. I only kind of want to. So yeah, that's frustrating. But anyway, long story short, I was telling Country Girl that I was overconfident, and under my breath I said, it's a slow and insidious killer. Music stop? Or is it just transitioning? There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I told her it's a slow and insidious killer, and she was like, is that a quote from something? And I'll play it for you now. My audio's up. Now they're all asleep. Excellent.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I played that for her. It's from Darkest Dungeon, which all the way back around. That was the game on the Switch that I mentioned, in case you forgot. That was such a long story. A long way of explaining why I'm going to play a quote for you. Yeah. So there you go. Darkest Dungeon is on the Switch. Dead Cells is on the Switch. Super Smash Brothers is on the Switch. Or we can play some Minecraft. Although again, I don't know why my audio isn't working. Now that I say that, I don't think my audio has been working on the capture card for quite some time. Since board games. Something in my setup must have changed. Because I tried playing Smash Bros with some friends, just over Discord and Switch Online, and I had no audio. I was using my capture card to capture Switch and play it in in the capture software here, and I just don't have any audio coming through the capture software. I'm not exactly sure why. So yeah, just about any game we play will have no audio. That's cool. Alternatively, hang out and chat for a bit. Man, I'm tired. Well, why? Went out for sushi the other day. Trappers is a local sushi place that me and my friends really like. Me and my friends, my family, a lot of people really like it. And me and my friends have been doing this online kind of meetup thing for a while since COVID, and we just hang out for a couple hours at night, watch some shows or play some games or whatever, and we like to get together IRL sometimes because we can now that COVID's over. So we decided to get together and hang out. Trappers, so that was fun. Get some sushi. Do any of you like raw fish? one of my friends, Swifty in the stream actually, in chat, mentioned that he didn't like. Oh geez, Country Girl, this is hilarious. He didn't like raw fish when he first started eating sushi, but it kind of grew on him, and now he really likes it. And his wife was there with us, and we didn't expect his wife to be there, but they were going to something afterward, so she had to tag along, but also she wanted to go to Trappers and eat some sushi as well. So she came. She doesn't normally hang out with us on our weekly thing, but it was fun to see her. And and she Swifty. Oh, I guess you don't know him by that name, Lisa. Figured it out. Yeah, okay. So he says that he started eating raw fish and he liked it. And she just goes off on him and on me a little bit. She's like, yeah, you won't try my pot roast. You won't eat the food for me, but you will eat the raw fish for him. and Country Girl, she basically said some of the same things you say, but in reverse. and Nathan Swifty just kept going on about how you know he liked it and how he tried stuff and whatever, and Lisa kept saying, yeah, for him. For him. Just kept going on and on. Mostly joking, right? But definitely serious as well. But yeah, he won't eat her pot roast. He won't touch it. And according to him, it's because his mom made it when he was young, and he didn't like the way she made it, so now he's totally put off by pot roast in general. And just won't try it. And so I think by the end of it, we convinced him to finally try Lisa's pot roast. But the whole time he was talking, she was just like, "You try it for him. You try raw fish to hang out with him." Oh man. Another funny story from that lunch date was Swifty was talking about this band that he's been listening to, and he wants to see them tour. And he said, but the closest they've come to Seattle has been Ohio. And I was like, Ohio? Does he mean Idaho? Because Ohio isn't anywhere near Seattle. And so while he's talking, he mentions the band's name, or he says it, and then he says, yeah, but they've only come as close as Ohio. And then Eric in chat says to him, well, how do you spell it? Or how do you spell that? And I was like, O-H-I-O? Kind of under my breath. I thought Eric might have heard me, but they were too, him and one other friend of ours were too focused on what Swifty was saying. I kind of understand. It's not that you won't try things. You're just very particular. Like, you won't eat chili without cornbread. I mean, I will. I like it best with cornbread. But yeah, that's interesting. Hold on, I'll get back to that. I'll finish my story. But I'll get back to that because that's an interesting topic. So yeah, I spelled Ohio kind of under my breath, and thought they might have heard it, but they all just like glossed over and just kept talking. So maybe they didn't. And Lisa heard me, and so she starts laughing, and then Nathan says, again in reference to the band name, you know, that someone told him he was pronouncing it wrong. And so Lisa goes, Ohio? And both her and I heard her say that, and she heard me say the earlier thing. We just crack up. We just about die laughing. And everyone else is kind of like still talking, but they're also like, what's so funny? What are you laughing about? And they never asked us, so we just laughed to ourselves the entire time. But oh, that was hilarious. And then on the car ride home, the other friend that was with us, I told her what we were laughing about, and she was like, "Are you serious? I didn't hear any of that." So here we are, just laughing like fools to ourselves over this stupid joke that no one else heard. Oh man, good time. So yeah, back to your comment there, country girl. Yes, I feel like I do like and try a lot of foods, but I definitely tend to get like stuck in a rut per se, where like I find food that I like, that I really like, and then I don't deviate from that much, right? So like if we go out to eat or something, you know, I'm totally up for trying new foods, but I know that food is really, really good. And so I'm probably just gonna get that, because why spend the money on something that might be good when I know that's good? And so I'm gonna get that, right? So yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I tend to think of myself as very like outgoing and try new things and stuff like that. But yeah, I do get very particular, and I find the things that I like and then I don't stray from them very often. I wonder how common that is. I imagine most people are like that, right? They know what they like, and they kind of stick to that. Some people are obviously a little more outgoing and will try new things more than other people. But no, I will eat chili without cornbread. But I typically like Isaac and his orange chicken. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I definitely prefer it with chili, or sorry, with cornbread. But if I have like some cheese and chips, that's great. Like that's delicious. Or if I don't have any of that, like I'll still eat it, but I do prefer, you know, something else with it. Macaroni, hot dogs. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually prefer that. That was my like go-to bachelor meal. Chili mac and hot dogs. Anyone wants me to bring Fred to her house and chew on her a bit? That would be interesting. Very interesting to see them interact. Cheese and chips are easier than cornbread. Don't say that. Don't make that face at me. Yes, they are, and we could do that sometime. But they're less filling, right? Cornbread is good and filling. um. I like to play something, but I just don't have any audio. Don't know what's wrong. my capture software is up. It doesn't give me much for like settings to adjust. Because it only pulls audio from itself, right? But oh my. But on my desktop, I can change the output from speakers, which work, I tested them, to this HD60S capture card that it's currently set to. Through my headphones. Yes, there's definitely audio on my computer, and it's playing out of that channel, but something between Windows making the sound and my capture software picking up that sound. Allow apps in Windows to use this device for audio. If I click the button that says don't allow, that means I'm going to prevent it, right? Not really sure what's going on with my audio. Yeah, so that, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was my speakers playing. This mixer. Do it. Huh. Really strange. Wonder if it's my cables that I'm using. Not the right version. Not all HDMI audio, but maybe that's not. Yeah. So, here we are. Play a game with no audio. Hang out and chat. Let's hop into Minecraft. Let's do that. Finally got my friend Swifty to play on my server with me. He hasn't done a whole lot yet, but he did already find a deep dark biome, so that was fun. He summoned the warden and got chased out, but he lived. I'll go back to the speakers so I can hear the game a little bit. Oh, what are you downloading, game? Nice, that worked. Sweet deal. Pretty hard transition there. Yeah. So here we are. What I just realized, I brought my. This is my Bane of Arthropods sword. Brought this down here. Because my mob farm got blown the heck up. I don't know what happened, but I was I was farming some mobs, and I crouched to get under and like hit a spider that was above me, because the way the farm is designed, there's a trapdoor above my head, and the spiders hit me in the head whenever I like do a sweeping edge attack, and hit like a bunch of mobs and don't just straight up kill the spiders. And so I was crouched, aiming up, like trying to hit the spiders, and I don't know what happened, but maybe multiple, maybe a charged creeper if they spawn naturally, I don't remember, fell down and immediately exploded, and destroyed like everything around the base area of the mob farm. All right. Yeah, and then an invisible spider like chased me off the tower, so that was fun. Yeah, I went up after and rebuilt everything, but yeah, it totally messed everything up. So I grabbed this sword and ran before they could kill me or destroy my sword or anything. So that's why it's down here. I'll have to take it back up. I haven't fixed the farm so that I can prevent that again. So if you crouch and like try to attack, the creepers and other mobs will see you and attack you. I'm not exactly sure how best to fix that, but maybe add some carpet, or maybe like a couple layers of snow to bump myself up just a little bit more. But still, I can always crouch. Or maybe I have to do it so that I crouch in order to enter, right? And then that bumps me up enough so that I can't stand up again. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to mess around with that. What I'm doing in the game right now is I just recently finished a witch farm. Problem needs to be repaired. Could have done that before I left. Games are a little slow. I do have a few too many chunks allowed to render, partly because I was going through the nether, or not the nether, the end, in order to find end cities, but also just because I was playing by myself for the most part. So but over here I have a swamp biome that I'm falling through. Bye. Catch up, game. Here we go. Yep. Still falling. Wow, that took forever. Okay. Apparently, why are you like this? Here we go again. I have no items in my hotbar. That's cool. That off so we can actually see. Yeah, this is my witch farm. I have a little bit of work still to do to clear out a few more blocks at the base of it here, so that mobs don't spawn. But this is it. The bounding box for a witch is all inside of this. You can see a little bit of the purple there peeking through. That's part of the Wandering Trader. That's part of Mini HUD, a mod called Mini HUD renders that for me. All the way up there at the top is my brother's Minecraft account. He doesn't play, so I use it to farm stuff. Set the server to sleep on for a single player. Boink. There we go. Running a little slow. I have garbage for sale. But because I have a witch farm, that means I never have to mine for redstone ever again. Wow, it is. Wow. Okay. Jeez. It is completely full. Well, let's do this. I don't want so many sticks in my farm. In fact, I'm probably going to build a filter for this so that eventually they just get burned. Right, just get dumped in lava or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with them in the meantime. Could use them as fuel. Most everything else in here is pretty useful. I have a ton of gunpowder. The mob farm that I created, give them to an ambitious pig who desires to build himself a home. Yeah, that's an option. Could do that. How is it going, Muff McClay? I swear I feel like I was just talking about you. Now I don't remember what I was saying. All good things, obviously. Yeah, I need to do something with those. That's way too many sticks. Yeah. many states. Goodness. Oh, throat is gone. Nice. Oh, now you're congested. Dang. My cast is off, but it hurts almost as bad as the day I broke it, so that's not fun. But yeah, we were going to... Is that why it hurts? Is because the cast is off, or I'm confused? I mean, kind of. So when they cast my hand, they put my fingers down like this, so that the tendons on the back of my hand, yeah, essentially, the tendons on the back of my hand were extended so that they wouldn't atrophy and tighten up, but these ones here atrophied and tightened up quite a bit. And so now, like, when the doctor, he squeezed my knuckle and he's like, does that hurt? I was like, nope, that's fine. And then he asked me to push against his, like, lift my finger, and that hurt a little bit, but it was okay. And then he said, pull against my finger, and I nearly fell out of my chair. He thanked me for not punching him in the face, and if he asks me to do it again, I can't promise that I won't. But yeah, so it's incredibly sore. These two fingers are fine. My thumb is good, but any like pinching that has to happen, or if I bend it too far, one way or the other, then that hurts. But these two fingers, camera, because they were immobile for so long, which is weird. It was 3 weeks, which I don't know. I didn't think was that long, but apparently it's long enough. So what is this guy doing? Yeah, long enough that the tendons could atrophy and just be incredibly painful. So yeah, that's the situation. It sucks because it really hurts. Spider eyes. Oh yeah, witchy drop spider eyes. That's right. Was telling me about how much muscle is lost in just 1 week. It's crazy. And then of course I did something to my back last night, and so now my shoulder blades and up through my neck are just in so much pain. If I sit up straight, I'm a little better, but if I slouch at all, which is all too easy to do in this chair, just it hurts so much. My neck like locks up. My mindset on inactivity is a little more strict now. Yeah, right? It's crazy. There's this guy on Facebook that I watch from time to time. He just does the short little reels or whatever, and his whole thing is being flexible. And on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's great. I'm already like really flexible, too flexible for my own good, which is why stuff like my back going out happens quite often. But on the other hand, he's like really interesting to watch, and talks about, like, you know, not only just being flexible, but also like training, you know, your body to just be kind of strong and flexible, which is pretty sweet. So I don't know. I don't necessarily do anything with the information that he provides, but not that our bodies are older. I think it's that our minds allow time to slip by too easily. Yeah, that sounds right. I want this one. I don't think I do. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, people always say time flies, I mean, when you're having fun, but also people always talk about how as you get older, the years fly by that much quicker, right? They talk about how fast kids grow up and stuff like that. I have a lot of this to clear out still. I have to clear out anything that touches like the bottom of this sphere. Has to be cleared out, which up until this point wasn't too bad because there was just a lot of dirt on the surface level, but now that we're getting down deep enough, it's becoming stone and diorite, other harder materials. That. Back. Oh, missed that one. That. Pick. If I had if I'd killed the Wither, then I would have Nether Star that I can turn into a beacon and get a higher rate of digging, which would be incredibly helpful for a project like this. That's gone. I think I've done all of this up here. All this is cleared out. There's just got to be a 1 block gap between this red sphere and everything below it. And I always clear out the corners as well, just in case. Yeah, if I had a beacon, I could insta-mine this stone. And when I say insta-mine, I mean like as quickly as I mine the dirt, I could mine the stone. I was up here mining like this the other day, and a band of just cracked a bulldozer. Yeah, if only. That would be nice. And a band of villagers, which are just like some bad villagers, came walking right up over that hill as I was looking up, and I was like, oh, hi, and had to turn tail and run. Normally I just fight them and beat them, but if you beat the like leader of the band, they curse you with like a negative status effect, and I don't want to enter a village with that on. Not right now, at least. Someone let Fred back in. Yeah, so built this witch farm here so I don't have to mine for redstone anymore, which is really awesome. And then I'm also going to build a slime farm. Slimes are a mob, an enemy that spawns in the game, and if you kill them, you get little slime balls that they drop, balls of slime, and those are used for creating sticky pistons that'll push and pull things, for creating blocks of slime that you can use to stick to other things, lots and lots of things. Useful for like redstone contraptions that do lots and lots of work for you. Want to build those. Lots of slime. And the first thing I need slime for actually is building a tree farm, and the tree farm needs a bone meal farm in order to instantly grow the trees. Sun is setting. The witch farm actually isn't working right now because one, I'm probably too close to it, and two, there are probably mobs spawning underground right now that are taking up the cap. There's only a certain number of mobs that will spawn at one time in the game. You can't get overrun by like infinite mobs, right? It's a good feature of the game. And so yeah, between the two of those things, me being too close and the mob cap being reached, the witch farm isn't working right now. Normally when I'm gone, when I leave, my brother's account, which is all the way up there, is high enough that that mobs underground won't spawn because they're just too far away. And only mobs within this red sphere will spawn, which is why I'm clearing it out right now. Clear out this perimeter, and then I can just clear out everything inside of it. Go, just like that. All of this goes. Dirt. Get out of here. I have to summon the Wither here soon and get that beacon, because this is for this it's gonna be fine, right? I'm gonna be able to clear this out pretty quickly here. I've only got a little bit left to do. One more like inner ring here, and then what's left of this. But if it comes to a bigger project, something even just slightly bigger than this, man, it's gonna save me so much time to have a beacon and instant mine all this stone. Can't even hold any more of it. My inventory's too full. Too many sticks. Whoops, I thought I would have enough space. You're right. Copper, dirt, gravel. Do I not have coal anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Oh boy. What do I do with that dirt? Or the sticks? Are any of you watching the Rings of Power? We've been watching it. We took a significant break when we went to Hawaii and when I went to Indiana. So we had a good-sized break from it and got a ways behind. And possibly some stuff spoiled, but we'll see. Can't really blame people for spoiling it with how long we've been out of it. So we were only like, what, 3 or 4 episodes in or something. We're just getting back into it now. Oh, you just finished it last week? Yeah. What'd you think of it? I know a lot of people have strong opinions. A lot of them are not good. I mean, the opinions are their own, right? So they're fine. But no, the opinions of the show are not. They don't like the show. We have 2 episodes left. That's right. Finish it tomorrow. It was tomorrow. Wednesday? Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, I think a lot of the people that really have a problem with it are more of the, like, lore nerds. The ones that know, like, what all of the appendices actually say about, you know, this time period and stuff. And they know... One friend of mine was complaining about it, and he what did he say? Something about he thought it was just completely ridiculous and dumb, where they're talking to the orcs. Heard enough good about it, but that was from people who were critical enough to not expect to be impressed. Sure, that's fair. Yeah, this guy that I'm friends with, he was complaining about it. He hates it. One of his complaints was that at one point in the show, they're talking to some orcs, and they say, like, you know, whatever, filthy orcs, and they're like, we prefer Uruk. And he's like, that just means orc. It's just another language, another way to say orc. It's so dumb. I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't doubt that you're right, but they can still prefer that way, right? You can still prefer that word over the other word. Yeah. Right? That's, yeah. Which one is their native language? Yep, that's important. I mean, important to consider. That would be like going to would you get out of my way? Are you kidding me now? We're gonna do this. Gonna fight llama. That would be like going to a Native American like tribe or whatever, and calling them the English pronunciation for their. Do you want some? Let's go. Get out of here, bro. You've worn out your welcome. Yeah, that would be like going to a Native American tribe and calling them like the English word for their tribal name, right? Say, oh, you know, I don't know. Pick something, and you call them that, and they say, oh, we prefer, and then they say what their tribal name is in their own tongue, right? In their own language. And you're like, whatever. Like, okay, you can still respect them for, I don't know, for their native language and call them what they want to be called, right? Yeah, like Japan. Call it Nippon. Or Germany and Deutschland. Right, country girl? Katie, all of the red is a giant sphere with the center point right up there at the top of that scaffolding. The reason for the sphere is because it is 128 blocks in radius. And the reason for that number is because mobs will automatically despawn outside of 128 blocks from a player. So up at the top of that scaffolding is my brother's Minecraft account, and so he is 128 blocks away from these blocks on the ground, right? Because I just put a gap in between these blocks and this sphere. So any mobs that leave this sphere will instantly despawn. And no mobs will ever spawn on these blocks here because they're outside of 128 blocks from a player. With the exception of the witches in this witch farm. So the witches spawn up there and they get flushed to the edge. Actually, I have free cam. The witches spawn here in this area. They trigger the trip line, the tripwire, which is attached to these hooks here, which activates these trap doors and this water here, and then it floods and pushes them all this way, and then they drop down this hole into this water, and that pushes them here into these mine carts. And there's 24 mine carts in this spot here, and there's something in the game called entity cramming, which means if you have more than a certain number of entities in a single space, or even in a large space, then those and any additional entities will die. So if a witch falls in here, the witch becomes the 25th entity in that space, and that's one too many, and the witch dies. So it's a way to kill the mobs, and then when they die, they drop their drops. And I never have to farm, or dig rather, for redstone ever again, because I get all my redstone from witches now, along with glowstone and sugar and gunpowder and sticks and spider eyes and bottles. About to set. And I had to drop the circle down one space because the witches were despawning before they die. I wasn't getting any drops. How do you make an ender dragon farm? Well, you don't. The ender dragon will actually destroy pretty much any block that it flies through. The only blocks that it won't destroy, I believe, are obsidian. There's maybe a few other blocks that it won't destroy. Bedrock, maybe. End stone. I don't think it destroys. But there you go. That's with it turned off. Then I have this perimeter built where only witches will spawn. But even though it won't destroy those blocks, Muffin the Clay, it still passes right through them. So you can't like trap the Ender Dragon per se. And the process for spawning a new Ender Dragon is very manual, we'll say. So you don't really have any automated options for farming an Ender Dragon. Now I am okay, too many blocks. Oh, you're listening to me. I can hear myself talking over there. Lots of hired hands is what I heard you say. I mean, you're not wrong. That would I mean, it's still not automatic, right? But that would certainly expedite and speed up the process. Yeah, you can certainly kill a lot of Ender Dragons by doing that. And I've seen other people I've seen a lot of other people kill a bunch of Ender Dragons, and when you do that, it actually spawns new portals to the outer end, and then you can either, I don't know if they all go to the same place or if they go to different places, but what you can do is you can use those portals that it creates and do different things with them. Some people make wither rose farms out of them. Some people make duplicating farms out of them, stuff like that. Need to find a bit of land, or rather water would be best. This might even be a pretty good spot here. Yeah, if I clear out this land here, it's mostly water around here, which means nothing will spawn in water. And I'll make my slime farm over here. I need a 33 by 33 block perimeter that is all water. And then I'll build my farm on top of that, and then slimes will spawn in that farm. And then I can utilize the one portal over there for both the slime and the witch farm without having to like create a whole other section. Yeah, first things first is I should probably mark out my 33 by 33 perimeter. Ooh, almost made that. This is slightly cheating, but I'm okay with it. Actually, that's a really good spot right there. You got any land. Count out a few blocks there and use this space over here. Let's see. Stay off of that so we don't have to take out those trees. Probably just line it up pretty close to where I'm at right now. Sometimes I wonder if a hobby business would feel like playing a game. Business, like if your hobby was a business. Be right here. And we go further this way if we want. Now, without taking those trees out, we'll go here. Got rid of all my blocks. What is this? $684 and $12. Easy to remember. 684 and 12. Started. How's the hand and back neck? It's fine. Hand doesn't hurt at all right now, so that's good. Back neck is still a little stiff and sore, but 84 right here. 84, 12. Go there. Hopefully that'll help make it a little easier to see. Yeah, it's mostly the back at this point. The neck, I'm not turning a whole lot, but after playing a board game or doing research on a video game, I always wonder if that brain power could produce something and still be just as enjoyable. Yeah? Hey, Eric, how are you? How's it going? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is very slow. 22, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 19, 30, 31, 32, 33. Right there. Yo, sorry, I was watching Vosh's live stream about election results. Oh yeah, those have been happening. That is a thing that is happening now. How are they going? Boink. Another one there. I tend to assume that as soon as something becomes lucrative, it loses its entertainment value. I mean, yeah, you're probably not completely wrong. Let's see. Okay, so this here is 1315. I was expecting to feel as bad as I did in 2026. I was also unemployed. The election made me feel sick. But so far tonight is going less terribly. Interesting. 2016, yeah. A bit of a difference. This is 1287, so 50, that makes 30, and 7 and 5 inclusive is 3. Wondering if you had been to the future or trying to warn us. I hope you're doing better in 2026. Alright, so then this is 82. That's going to be the same. It's going to be like 50. Oh, did I go too far? Oh no, it's counting up. 80, so it's gonna be. Why am I not eating? There it is. Okay. 80, which makes 10 right here. My math is correct. Right there. Boink. Still in line with that one. That's good. Great. Try to line ourselves up. Oh, we got a ways to go. We'll see if I'm still around. You'll be around if I have anything to say about it. Is that a threat, Muffin McClay? 1315. Right here. Right there. Control, I've definitely been trying to warn people about things, but I didn't need to go to the future to know about it. You'll be able to stop me if I make up my mind to seek asylum in Estonia. Alright, I think we are good on our perimeter here. 1316. Why are those two numbers different? 1314 and 1316? Oh, because I'm lined up on the wrong side. But still, it's 1315. You should come with instead. He has a place I'd very much like to visit. Latvia 3 times. Have. That's messing with my head right now. I don't understand why I'm looking at 1316, but I'm standing on 1315. Oh, because it's 0.6. I'll bet that's why. It's rounding up, probably. Nice, I've never been to either. Why have you gone there so much? But I've got to go to Mexico City and Brompton Mafias. With Brompton Mafias. Okay, now I have to eliminate all of the trees and lily pads. Be honest. Trees, lily pad, and remaining. Speaking of Bromptons, I also need to actually get your dang bike done. Nice. Good. Good. That out. More lily pads. Might as well collect these lily pads and save them for future use. But very much a hoarder in this game and most games. There's a thing that I could get and could potentially use at a later date. I will keep it to the detriment of my storage system. You can put beds on lily pads. Total sense. Oh, church has a sister church there. My dad has gone like 7 times and loves it. It's very broad arrangement. We can experience it and experience it too. And then another time I was in Europe in the summer, and my dad and a friend flew over and we spent a week just hanging out with friends in Latvia, seeing some sights. One friend was a mayor. We got to see some places too. Everyone in this house is a hoarder. Wow. Would you go to bed already? That's rad. I'm super jealous about the travel, not the hoarding. Yeah, that's not something you should be jealous of, or anyone should be. All right. So now cleared out everything from here. Now I need to find the middle. I think it's this. We're at 1298. I feel like I know so many travelers, and it definitely makes me jealous, right? I had some cool travel opportunities. Yeah, you've been quite a few places. Germany, Latvia, India. Thailand, that's right. Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Hang on. 33 blocks on either side. That makes 15, 16 in total. But I need to count this pillar as well because it's inclusive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Ooh, I was close. I was off by 1. 16. So 1299. 1299. Ooh, trip to Chile. Saving up for a ring at the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Wait. Darn it, it's not 16. It's 17. Because it's 16 on either side. So it's here at 700. And not 1299, but it's 1300. That is a very nice number. Alright, but now I have to double check and make sure I got this right. So there's, at 1300, there's 16 blocks to the right of it. And at 1300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my gosh. How did I mess that up? Hang on here. I wasn't talking about a trip for 2. Alright, let's try this one more time. This is 1, 2, 3. Unless maybe I miscounted. This isn't 33. Now I'm confused. Okay, gotta do my math. 33, half of 30 is 15. Plus 1 makes 16. That leaves 16 on either end, plus 1 in the middle. to get the chili for one of us. Ooh, that would not have gone over well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, which is there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one's 13. 14, 15, 16. What? What? Okay, hang on. Let's just start over and count from a pillar. Go all the way down. And I missed a few lily pads as well. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I did miscount. 33 to there. All right, well, that solves that mystery. Okay. You talked about the time change and the struggle it is as a parent. I did not, but it definitely sucks. Hate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Here. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is driving me crazy. How are my numbers off by so much? Or it's by 1, but still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, okay. I think your kids might just be weird. When I was a kid, time change had 0 effect on me. I think you might be weird, but most of us already knew that. One of my friends posted that they would vote for anyone who can make it go away. Yeah, I'm just about in the same boat. Yeah, there you go, Eric. How did it affect your mom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. At 1300 again. Yep, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Boom. Whew. All right. You're telling me this is stupid. Can't get my math right. Okay, but we're done. Everything is now lined up. How do lily pads just grow in the swamp? I swear I got them all. I mean, I know they grow in swamps. Don't even. Great question. If only you could talk to someone who was, you know, maybe a professional, like they dealt with water and aquatic plants, and you know, maybe it was their job to, I don't know, build them or something. If only there was someone we could talk to about who had that kind of life experience, right? I know a guy who knows about water features. Okay. Sweet. So here's what we're gonna do. Now that we have this, we're gonna tear it down. So this is the center of our farm. This is where the collection system. Wish I knew someone like that. This is where our collection system is going to go. So. Yep, that's it. Now I just got to get all the stuff and I got to build it. And the materials that we need are going to be all of these. Almost 1,100 stone brick slabs, almost 700 stone bricks, 560 brown mushrooms, a bunch of scaffolding, 100 stairs, 100 glass, 100 tinted glass, which reminds me, I have to find a geode, powdered snow, oak fence, torches, vines. I thought I told you to ignore that. Water bucket, chest, hopper. Those two are just the bare minimum. I need to get a robust sorting system in here. I'll get back. On like just this Saturday. That's cool. I've never really known or cared to know much about mushrooms, partly because I don't really care for them, but I know there's quite the variety, and I know some people who just love them and just swear by them. I knew this one girl I played board games with. She would go truffle hunting, go digging for truffles and stuff. It was for drugs. But I assume you can grab them for food, essentially the same. Yeah, I would assume it's probably the same. Found some mushrooms at your parents' house once. Just dump all this garbage in here. Don't need it. In order for that sorting system to work, probably have to drop a bunch of hoppers, just leading all my stuff down below the water, and then build some sort of sorting system down there. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll build a tunnel from like here or something over to the water underneath to where the sorting system is. Well, biology professor likes to tell us where to find psychedelic mushrooms on campus. All right, sounds like a fun teacher. He was baiting some of you. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Jeez. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I have tons of stone here, just from what I was digging out. So I probably have enough. What are my materials again? It kept the vines, darn it. Why would it do that? How do I get rid of that completely? So 91 is 545-ish stone bricks that I can convert into stone slabs. That puts me at 1,100, 1,233-ish. 1,200, we'll just call it 1,240. Oh, and then I have stone brick stairs to do as well. 1,240, that makes it 13. We'll call it 1,350 is probably a safe number to shoot for. Get out our calculator here. Shoot, what did I say? Did I say 1350? I don't love mushrooms to eat, to be clear, but I have learned to enjoy them on occasion. I do love me some truffles, though. It was PLU. It could go either way. He was the most boring professor of them all. Be the student who says that's funny. Those ones didn't affect me at all. So guys, you eat psychedelics. I mean, just for like dining. I like mushrooms, but I've learned to tolerate them. Yeah, like, I don't know. On a pizza or something, like, they're usually fine because even the texture is like mostly hidden, right? In all of the other ingredients. And then raw, like if I have a dip or something to put them in, they're fine raw. They're just not like my favorite thing, right? Do any of you see on social media people post those stupid photos or lists or whatever of different types of food, and they're like, 1 point for everything you don't eat or whatever? How do you interpret that? Because I look at those lists and I go, if I had to, or even if I didn't have to, if it was presented to me, I would probably eat just about everything on that list, right? But if given the choice, like this thing or something you like better, I would, probably go for the thing I like better on maybe half of those things. We're into a text file. That's why it's not saving. Yeah, I don't know. I always look at those and I go, I would probably eat most of those things if I had to, or even if I didn't have to. I don't have a stone cutter with me. I have a stone cutter. One back there. One in my main base. I have one in my mob farm too. I'll just make another one. Some of us won't eat some of those things for any reason. Right. And so that, like, is that what we're going off of? I just don't know. I think I said 1350 for my original count. 1350 stone. I'm going to divide that by 64, which gets me barely over 21 stacks. I interpret those as people must make things to share on the internet in order to cause pointless arguments. Yeah, I mean, that's the only correct answer, but I think of it as things that I would turn down even if a friend made it just for me. Ooh, even if a friend made it just for you. That's pretty rough. So there's 9, 18, easy. Yep. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. Take all of these. Put that in there because I don't want any partial stacks right now. Put all of these in here. 18. Right? Yeah. 18. 19, 20, 21. And because we're just barely over, we'll go 21 and a half. There we go. That's all the stone I need for this build. Right? All of it? Yep. That is it. I need a little bit of iron for a hopper, iron trapdoor, bunch of glass. Man, that's gonna be rough. Does Muff McClay, does sour cream make that list of things that you would never eat even if a friend prepared it for you? Yep. That's just hilarious to me. Love sour cream. Sour cream was just like fine, right? For me, but then I started doing some of those like meal kit, like home delivery kit things, and started to make like cremas, like right, like a lime crema or something like that, and wow, so much better. Add a little bit of like lime juice, add some a little bit of lime zest, some salt and pepper, maybe some garlic. Oof, 10 times better. Sour cream's great. I like, you know, sour cream now. I'd eat it with chips and stuff all the time, but man, give me a crema and oof, I would eat way too much of that. Yeah. Swifty was playing on the server and he found a geode. Just don't know where. Probably mining somewhere. Got some pieces here. 4 fences. How many do I need? I think I need more than 4. 8. Okay. I have plenty of oak. Oh, I have a bunch of oak logs on me already, so use this top box here as our staging. I don't also love a good crema. Good crema, lime crema. I think it's all right as an ingredient as long as I mostly can't tell. Sure, that's fair. I have foods that I feel the same about. Most of this is just dirt. Need all of this powdered snow. I have enough space in here to hold all of it, but boink, just like that. A little bit of iron, which I have a ton of. Sister has this like enchilada casserole recipe where you mix in sour cream with the enchilada sauce, and it's pretty darn awesome. That sounds pretty awesome. I love enchiladas. Sometimes we'll get like a rotisserie chicken from like Fred Meyer or Costco and eat it with like stuff. I don't know, we'll make some food to go with it, right? And that's great. But then we take the leftover chicken and we shred it and we make enchiladas with it. Oh, so good. I'd eat that. And of course, an absolute abomination by Mexican food standards. Wait, I don't want to go in there. Where am I going? Going this way because I want iron. Something else? I'll check my material list in a moment here. Oh, it is 11 o'clock though. Ooh, Lebanese torn. Bed ready in case I need to sleep. Hopefully I don't fall through the world again. Yep, I did. Oh, there we go. We're here. It's not dark yet. It is snowing. Hooray. Let's see. What llama is supposed to be dead? Melon seeds, yeah, nothing. I don't want to do that. Maybe that will be my contribution to Thanksgiving this year. Nice. Garlicky and delicious. this area here is my like farm area. So all my farms are out here. Most of my farms are out here. Got my iron farm there. Got my brown mushroom farm over here, which I need 560 of. $560 mushrooms is 8 stacks and 48. Yes, my iron farm. Haven't you learned nothing about the way I play Minecraft, Eric? Or that. Does new iron generate in the iron farm? Yes, actually. It's a really interesting thing. Let me show you. Where would pillaring up? Do it right here, I guess. Well, that's just absurd. No, it makes total sense. Let me show you. So the way it works is here we have villagers, and when you have enough villagers together, they can summon an iron golem. And then it's hard to see, but I have a zombie over there scaring them. I have to plant it in a mountain. Sure, I'm next to a mountain, I guess. And so as they scare the villagers go, "Bah, shoot, we need an iron golem to save us." And for some reason, the farm isn't working now. Right when I want to show it off, they get scared. Come on, iron golem. Whole thing's running a little slow because of streaming and playing, but it has stage fright. Yeah, right? So they get scared by the zombie. They've got jobs. You can tell because they have hats. All but one. I don't know why it's not working. Oh. They need to go to sleep. I don't know. It did this once before where it just kind of didn't work. I turned it off and turned it back on and it started working again. But yeah, the iron golem spawns in the only place that it can spawn, which is right above them in a water stream that pushes it into this lava. And then it burns to death in the lava, and the iron from the iron golem drops and falls down this chute into the collection area. There you go. That's how an iron farm works. Here. What I'm saying is collects it here, drops it down here, filters out the poppies, and composts them into bone meal. It's an iron golem juicer, exactly. And then in here, we have all the iron ingots from the iron golems. And then we have all of those iron ingots turned into iron blocks to conserve space. Yes, an iron golem toaster. Yep, something like that. Bone blocks that they die on lava. Yep, that is correct. Back to about dark time. No, not quite. Yeah, and then I have just a bit of bamboo here. What you see over there is the like blueprints or schematics of a farm that I'm gonna build. This is a bone meal farm. It utilizes a feature of the game where if you apply bone meal to a block of moss, then it will turn like stone blocks and other blocks around it into moss blocks, and then also spawn like plants and stuff like that. And then you shift the floor and push in new stone blocks, and all of the moss and plants and everything that were created get pushed into these composters, which creates more. Whoa, that happened before. That creates more bone meal, and then that gets cycled back into the system, and it just creates more. So this is a fully self-sustaining bone meal farm, and then I'll have this output line right here feed into a tree farm that I'm going to put right here. It's the trench for the return system, so I can have an infinite source of wood, just about any wood I want, infinite source of bone meal. Most of it, maybe part of it or something, will be taken up by the tree farm. These are my ingredients here for the bone meal farm, but all a little complicated, but it's good. Oh, I came all the way out here for iron and mushrooms, and I only got mushrooms. Crafted. Checking my materials one more time. How much iron do I need? I have all the buckets already. I have water buckets for that. I need at least one hopper and an iron trapdoor. I think an iron trapdoor is 4 iron. I really don't need much. Grab a stack. That should be plenty. Mushrooms. Anything else? Don't really have any sand or glass out here. None that isn't already planned for other purposes. I'm not even listening to it. Put the headphones right as the children cheered. Yeah. Dig it. Copper. Need new redstone. Yeah, I don't need any of that stuff. All I need is a big storage system for slime balls, and no filtering required. Ice farms here. Watering trader. Oh, I'll take this. Yeah. I think I might have left some sand there.
That's cool.
I gotta jump back in real quick. Aha, here we go. 128. That's more glass than I need. And I still need to turn that into stuff. Turn it into tinted glass. Oh man, this means I need a ton of amethyst shards. All right, moving back to home base for a minute here. Oh, you watched Arcane? Nice. How was it? Heard really, really good things about it. Nice. That in. Wait. No, I don't need 104. I only need 52. That's right. Because each thing of tinted glass, each recipe of tinted glass produces 2 tinted glass. Put this in here. We'll just do the full stack like I have in there. Don't know any of the LoL champions. Nice. Yeah, same. I maybe know 2 or 3. I don't know. It's not many. All right. Well, I think that is good for now. It is 20 after ending time, so we're gonna wrap things up here. I managed to last the whole stream, even though my hand, again, my hand doesn't always hurt as bad as it did, but yeah, if I bump it or if I try to move it or something, it hurts so bad. I told the story earlier in the stream, but I was dumping out a bowl of like leftover popcorn bits, and a few pieces got kind of stuck in it, so I went to kind of tap the bowl to knock them out, and something about the way I hit it with the one hand just jolted this hand, and it hurt so bad, and for so long too, just constantly. Now it's better. Hold the bit, but yeah, it's better now. Better. So yeah, between that and my back, that's today. So managed to make it through a stream. Glad you all could show up. Glad you're all here to hang out. Had a good time with you all. 7 viewers. Who we got? Right? Yeah, no. Country Girl almost convinced me to take the day off and not stream, but I really hate not giving, like, really truly off. Yeah, off of work and stuff, maybe. Yeah. I hate giving really, really late notice, right? I like to make sure people are well prepared and well informed. That being said, I'm horrible at it. But yeah, I don't like to cancel on people last minute. But you know, sometimes you run up to situations that you just have to, right? So what are you gonna do? But hopefully my back will settle down a little bit and be okay for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna see a physical therapist next week for my hand. So that's gonna be painful because they're gonna make me move it. But you know, that's the only way you get better, right? With this sort of thing. They'll teach me the exercises and I just gotta keep at it and do them. Suck, but ew. All right. Well, you're home. Oh my goodness. I thought you were quiet for some reason. But yeah, you did mention you were hanging out with Kaylin. So glad you made it home. We were just wrapping up the stream here. We started getting prepped to build a slime farm. No, you're good. You're good. I'm glad you made it home safely. How was dinner? What did you eat? Good. Hey, Kaylin made it, I'm assuming, so it has to be good. She's a really good cook. So are you, if I recall. You made what'd you make? Sort of quiche once? That was really good. Surprised me. Not a huge fan of quiche, but good. Tuesdays are now me going to visit Kaylin days. Nice. That's cool. Made chicken masala and it was yummy. Excellent. Good. Yeah, we were just prepping for a slime farm. We did a little bit of work around my witch farm, which you saw. The red chicken pot pie. That's what it was. Yeah, that was delicious. Yep, it was. You are right. Country Girl really likes chicken pot pies too. One of her favorites, though I don't think she's eaten any in quite some time. Why? Yeah, so did a bit of work around our witch farm, started preparing the area and our resources for a slime farm. Once we get that built, then we can build a bone meal farm. Once we get that built, then we can build a tree farm, and then we'll have tons of resources. The only thing we won't have is like some sort of stone generator. That's okay. Once we have those built, what I want to do is I want to build some giant, like, world destroying. Of the create mod? No. What does that do? Jeez. I'm waiting for your response. Then I think we're gonna end the stream. It machines based off of rotating force. Huh. Thing. Create lots of awesome setups. So many mods for Minecraft. It's ridiculous. The amount of things you can do in this game are near endless. No, not a problem. It is just well past ending time, and I'm getting a little sleepy. And I have work tomorrow. As I'm sure most of you do. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. I've got Wild Grandma's stream open on the other screen here, and I'm now seeing the Ben Stiller God of War commercial. What? Interesting. There's several famous people. Day off, day off, day off. Maybe. We'll see. If it's anything like today was, then yeah, maybe. That's a different kind of work, Eric. Yeah, that's for sure. No, we've been doing quite a bit of work around the house trying to prepare for the holidays. My mom's been over a couple times trying to help us clean up and get things organized. We got that big couch out of here, which you saw on the board game streams. We moved a few things in the other room around. We've got to get that bookshelf in here for my board games. Oh, so much to do. Still have no trim in the entire house. We're thinking about ripping out the floor in here so that we can replace it with like a vinyl, like wood floor sort of thing. You parents need to learn to not parent on some days. I wish that were possible. Unless you're volunteering to babysit. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing, Eric? Are you volunteering? Because that's kind of what it would take. Alright, well. We were all loads of fun. Love hanging out with you. Heck yeah, I'd be the best babysitter. Alright, well, we'll talk. How's that sound? Just don't burn the place down, kids. Yeah, that's all it takes. That's literally all I do every day. Oh, man. Alright. Take care, everyone. See? Yep, you've got a knack for it. What can I say? Yes, take care. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Right? Didn't I just tell them that like 3 weeks ago? Oh my gosh, I gotta say it again. It's probably more often than 3 weeks, am I right? For real. Alright. Let's raid Wild Grandma if you want to stick around. Join me in a raid. We'll go say hi. You can leave it on lurk overnight if you want. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Alright. Have a great night, everyone. Love you all. Stay safe out there. Bye.